62-year-old Stephen Domer was abducted and brutally murdered simply because he was gay. In February of this year in California, 15-year-old Lawrence King was shot by a classmate simply because he was gay. In 2006, there were 7,722 hate crimes in the United States, 79 of them in Oklahoma. They were committed against our brothers and sisters whose skins are a different color, who go to the wrong church, who come from the wrong country, and who love somebody of the same sex. In the greatest, most free country in the world, how can this be so? The words of our national anthem conclude, "Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." How brave is it for a lawmaker of our state to suggest that an entire community of her fellow citizens are a bigger threat than terrorism? How can Representative Kern sing about the land of the free and impugn another's religion? How can she swear to uphold the Constitution of this great country and say that not all religions are equal? On Friday, March 7th, we heard Representative Kern's hateful words. 11 days later, nearly 1 million people have heard them on YouTube and millions more on TV. It is words like hers that send a message to people who are motivated by hate. And here's what those hateful people hear. Black people, Jews and Muslims, people from Mexico, gay men and lesbians aren't as good as you. It's okay to call them names. It's okay to hurt them. It's okay to murder them. My friends, hateful speech leads to hate crimes just as surely as the sun rises tomorrow morning. And by the end, just as surely as the sun rises tomorrow morning, by the end of that day, there will be more than 24 hate crimes in our great country. But Representative Kern certainly has the right to say what she wants. The Constitution guarantees her that right, and Cimarron Alliance stands firmly behind the freedom of speech. But freedom of speech does not belong to Representative Kern alone. It belongs to us all. The lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community has the right to disagree publicly with Sally Kern, and in fact it is our moral imperative. In light of all these hate crimes, one every hour of every day, year after year, the Oklahoma legislature should pass an effective and comprehensive hate crimes law to protect all of the citizens of Oklahoma. Given that opportunity with 4 bills this session, the leadership chose to let those bills die in committee. We call on the legislature to bring those bills to the floor and to vote on them. We call on Representative Kern to apologize for her remarks, and we call on Speaker Bench to demand that she apologize and to condemn her remarks. They demean the legislature of this great state. In closing, I'd like to simply remind Representative Kern and Speaker Benj of the words of Jesus when asked which was the greatest commandment. He replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself." We are your neighbors.
President of Oklahomans for Equality, and I don't want to talk about a certain state legislature. No, I want to talk about the political realities Oklahoma's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people face each and every day. For 30 years, LGBT Oklahomans have endured a relentless assault on our civil liberties. For 30 years, public figures ranging from former Miss Oklahoma Rita Bryant to State Representative Sally Kern have flogged the LGBT community from the pulpit, in the courts, and in this very building. Today we say enough. And solidarity for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for the future of a better Oklahoma. At long last, we have reached the tipping point where thousands of fair-minded Oklahomans and hundreds of thousands of our allies from across the nation will no longer sit silently by as LGBT people are relegated to second-class citizenship. Today, we voice our determination to stop the generations-long tidal wave of LGBT Oklahomans who flee our state out of fear, out of frustration, out of certainty that they will never be able to live safe, authentic lives here. Today, we prevail upon our elected representatives to change forever Oklahoma's abysmal record on LGBT equality. We call upon them to put Oklahoma in the ranks of the 20 states that have outlawed employment discrimination based on sexual orientation. Them to pass a state hate crimes law that encompasses sexual orientation and gender identity. Right. And that enhances penalties for all bias-related crimes. We call upon them to stop permitting school officials to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear while LGBT students are bullied and harassed. We call upon them to stop wasting Oklahoma's time demonizing the LGBT community and our brothers and sisters in the Hispanic and Muslim communities and start focusing on fixing our highways and bridges, improving healthcare and education, strengthening our economy, and ending political corruption. One of you is now listening. What about the rest of you?